Well, let's see if we're back. We got a little delay on the Twitch view, but hopefully we're live. We live, Stumper?
We are live.
Yep, we are
All right,
live.
we're back. We think we're back, and so we're going to go with that. So when last we were speaking, it was evening of third day, and we were at the very eastern edge of the Flinty Hills, and we were having some discussion between Pavel and Harlow regarding her magic, and so let's return to that.
Let's see. Should I just repeat what we said?
Yeah, if you want to restart your conversation, then that's the easiest for everybody. Yep.
So as everyone's setting up camp, I approach Harlow and I go, so, I'd asked about that spell you cast a little earlier. It's not really quite like any magic I've ever seen. I'm interested to learn more about that.
To be honest, I've never seen much of it myself, and I'm fairly new to it. I've never always had this power. It came to me late. What do you need to know?
Oh, it's just, I just have an interest in these things, and magic in general. You say that you didn't study it. You say that this power has come to you. It's not holy magic, correct?
No, it's not. Not to my knowledge.
Interesting.
Do you have any magic skills yourself, or is it just a study of interest?
Study of interest, I suppose you could say.
Do I believe what you're saying? The way you said
you want to roll insight?
I think so.
Okay.
The way you said that.
Okay.
I don't know shit.
Okay. Face value. It's just an interest of mine, and I don't know. I like to learn about spells, and again, that's just one I'd never seen. Does it have a name?
I was told by my mentor that it was called Eldritch Blast.
Interesting. Did your master teach it to you?
No, it just happened one day, and I've learned to control it since then. I have a bit of a fiery temper, so
Well, you've managed to keep it in check. Well, since I've met you, at least.
I've learned a few things.
I can see that magic was quite powerful. I'd be interested to see anything else you can do. Obviously not right now. I don't want to pry.
Well, as time goes on, hopefully, to be honest, hopefully I don't have any choice not to use my magic. Hopefully I won't need to.
Well, if there's anything else about it you'd like to let me know about where it comes from, how you activate it, any sort of magical formula, just let me know. I don't want to pry, and I sort of shuffle off.
Okay. I'm kind of off put, but go back to doing my own thing.
I guess at this point, I'm sewing that cloak that Pavel wanted.
Yeah.
With a small, sort of really rudimentary kit that I have. It's not gonna look good.
Doesn't have to look good. Just has to be at least wearable.
Anything else happening as you're setting up camp and preparing for the night's watch?
I am arguing with my wife.
I love it. Anyone else? Lyala? Harlow? Anything?
I think I'm gonna approach Stoneheart now, and I'm gonna sit down next to him, and I'm gonna go. So, do you think it's safe to bring your wife with you?
Well, she's dead in a spirit, so it's not like anybody's gonna be able to hurt her.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure if she was here.
Wondering if I was nuts?
Maybe a little bit. Sorry, I've just never met anyone who communes with spirits.
They're watching over us all.
And they speak back to you? That's fascinating.
It's Well, maybe I am a little nuts and it's just in my head, but
Well, if it gives you comfort to believe they're speaking to you, don't change.
oh, I won't.
And I'm gonna sort of shuffle away a little bit, lay out my roll, and lay back and wait for any food that's being cooked to be done.
I finish up the cloak and just throw it at Pavel. There you go.
I will,
Nice.
using the
Throw it over my
softer
shoulder.
cheese and I'll use sweetbreads for morning fare, but using the stuff that'll go spoil quicker, I will make something quickly on the fire before putting it out for the night.
Okay. Anything else as you prepare for rest and watches?
Yeah, before Stoneheart puts out the fire, you see me angrily crumple up another piece of paper and throw it into the fire, not even trying to be stealthy this time.
When I get a moment, I'm going to try and get Flint by herself.
What?
Do I get that moment, Flint?
I guess I sort of do stay on the outskirts of the group. Still part of the group, but like far enough away as to where I don't have to people.
Alright, so I come over, I just kind of plop down to the dirt next to you. And it's gonna look like you seem slightly perturbed. What's anything you'd like to talk about, Flint?
No, not really. Can you keep secrets?
I'm very good at keeping secrets.
I'm trying to write something, and I can't. If that makes sense.
I'm assuming you can write?
Yes, I am
Okay.
literate, if that's what you're asking.
In my world, sometimes you have to ask. But what's the gist of what you're trying to say?
I'm trying to describe things with flowery language.
Well, I might be able to help. However, sometimes blunt is exactly what is needed. Sometimes the hammer is better than the knife.
It's a poem. I'm trying to write a poem.
Okay.
It's a poem about hammers.
Well, I will admit that poetry is not my strong suit, though I have read quite a bit of it over the years. I can certainly help if you'd like.
I start to blush really bad, and I throw my head in my hands. I'm like, it's a love poem.
Carla kind of throws her head back and laughs, but pats Flint's shoulder and said, "That's great. I'm so happy. Maybe I shouldn't help, but if you need help with words or anything like that, let me know. You may not want me to know the contents, but I'm happy to help."
I think I'll just continue to burn pages, thank you.
Okay, but like I said, I'm here. I can, if I have to, Well, one thing though, if you can't wow them with your skill, then baffle them with bullshit.
Does that typically work?
It's worked for me once or twice.
Have you ever been in love, Harlow?
No, I can't say that I have. It's not something that can. I don't think it comes naturally in my family.
Just buy her a hammer.
How long have you been listening?
Oh, sorry, I'm not here.
Out of character.
Yes.
You hear a sound like pee into bushes and a dwarf grunting beside you. Fire a hammer! Oh, sorry, never mind.
Well, okay. If you need it, let me know. And I pat her on the shoulder and shuffle off to my bedroll and just and kind of curl up and try to make it as comfortable as possible for my delicate city ass.
I guess I'm just gonna keep trying to write that poem.
Diala, you who do you worship?
Tritherion?
Interesting. I'm not very well read in terms of religions and deities. What's you said Tritherion?
Tritherion, yes.
Tritherion. What are they the deity of? What's their religion like?
So she'll take her holy symbol out of her. Well, it's hanging freely now because she's taken her armor off to get ready for bed, and it's a triskelion. I don't know if you've ever seen one. Okay, good.
I have one on my back.
Awesome. And she'll kind of, just he's the hold on a sec.
All right.
I have to look up the 5e info on him. Oh, come on. There it is. He is the god of liberty and retribution.
Interesting.
He's in my service to him. I've spent time helping the common folk, helping them learn how to defend themselves, defend their lands.
Sounds like a noble cause.
I would like to think so. I hope so.
Well, if even one of them has been able to defend themselves, then it's helped.
And she just kind of smiles and...
Yep. And I, once again, lay back on my bedroll and doze off from waiting for my my watch.
Okay, so I have the dwarf watching first, right?
Yep.
Okay, uneventful, quiet, peaceful. Pavel has finally stopped talking. It is quiet in camp. And we're going to go through the night once again without concern for any intrusions, attacks, or any general freakiness. And it is morning in the early stages of the Flinty Hills.
I'm gonna,
what do you do?
While breakfast is being prepared, are there any decent climbing trees or easily scalable rocks nearby?
Oh yeah. There's, like I said, a few copses of smallish trees. There's enough girth to the trunk you could climb them. Some rocky outcroppings. Trying to give you a better image. It's grassland rolling into hills, but these aren't just like hills. They're chunks of rock and some hills and things of that nature. Yeah.
I'm gonna tie a rope around my waist and I'm gonna let them know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go climb that tree and see if I can't get a decent lay of the land. So I tie a rope around my waist, climb about halfway up, and then tie it up. Give myself enough slack to get the rest of the way up, but tie myself to a particularly sturdy branch and make my way up as high as I can go to be reasonably safe.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check to see how we do.
Okie dokie.
Yes, dear. He's gonna fall and break his neck.
Eeny, miny, mo. 5.
Okay, so you make your way up the tree, you fasten your rope to the branch, you test it, seems decent enough, and you begin your ascent, and you're about 3/4 of the way up this 20-foot or so tall tree, when snap, you thought you had a nice green pliant branch, but you didn't realize that the side of this tree has gone dead, and you've stepped on a dead branch, and down you go. Make me a dex check to see how well you can break your fall on your way down to the limb, and possibly past the limb where you've affixed your rope.
Okay, I rolled a 17.
Okay, so you manage to cling to the limb, stop your fall, but you take 2 points of damage, whacking branches, smacking into the trunk, almost impaling your shoulder on another one of the dead sticking branch things. And the rest of you are around the base of the tree, hopeful as this begins, and somehow all hope is dashed as your archer friend Pavel has a little mishap in the tree, and now he's kind of, he's got like one arm around the limb, his rope is limp.
How far down did I fall? Because you said I was about 3/4 of the way up.
Yeah, so you were probably about 16, 17 feet, and you probably tied your rope off at a nice sturdy limb, only 10 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're back at that 10 foot, about halfway up the tree.
Okay.
I will look up at him and say, if the gods wanted us to perch at the top of the trees, they would have given us wings.
Stoneheart, I don't want to hear it, and I'm going to climb up again in defiance of him.
And Harlow's just on the ground laughing her ass off at Pavel.
Okay, so this athletics check is an 18.
Okay, you are able to pick your way up the green side of the tree, and you are now up there safely. You can scan the horizon, and as you look to the northwest in the direction you're going, you notice these hills slowly march upward, greater in elevation, but they're craggy, and there look to be, there could be caverns, there could be cracks, there's game trails, there's ways of getting up there, but it's definitely much tougher going than what you've been accustomed to. No sign of life.
Okay, I'll make my way down.
It'd be too bad if somebody with an axe chopped this down while he was up there.
Stoneheart,
I'm already brandishing my one axe, and I'm like, yeah, damn shame.
Don't.
Oh, come on, it would be so funny.
All in good fun, my boy.
Yeah, well, it's good fun for you, but you didn't fall out of the tree. Almost fall out of the tree.
May I?
And I sort of
May I?
crack.
May I, Pavel?
Go ahead.
So I'll reach out and touch him and lay on hands and...
Oh, are you a paladin? I thought you were a fighter.
Yes, I am indeed.
Oops.
Lay on hands. I know I seen it here on this sheet somewhere. Oh, features.
Yeah, I think it's 3 points times your paladin level.
So we're laying on hands, curing Pavel of his ailments from his encounter with the stationary tree of doom.
Yes.
Very nice. Very kind of you. Look at everybody's fine. Everybody likes Pavel now.
I don't know about
No,
that.
It's actually 5 times your paladin level, so you still have like 3 points left for later.
Yep.
How many? You just healed me back up to 2.
You lost 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've scouted the land, and it definitely looks like you're heading into the hills. You could see the grasslands from to the southeast from where you came. You could even, in spots, pick the road as it winds away from you.
So after I feel the warm light of his healing hands flow through my body and my wounds heal up, I go, it looks like it's gonna get harder going, guys. There's some game trails I saw, but the hills get very craggy. Could be caverns, could be cracks. We should be cautious from here. They did mention gnolls and other beasties. Those gnomes did.
Yeah, all the lore you've been able to gather on the Flinty Hills, it gets kind of tribal when it comes to these critters. So there could be halfling settlements, there could be some small dwarf settlements, gnomes, and then the nasty goblinoids of orcs, goblins, bugbears, ogres, possibly all kinds of fun stuff.
Getting out of the fruffy woods and into decent country.
Said the dwarf. So, are you ready to set out on your day?
Sure.
All right. So, typical marching order?
Yeah.
Very nice. So, you make for the northwest into the general direction of where you believe the queue to be. And you are, a few hours into your trek. Maybe you've killed a hex or so. And I'd like to have a perception check, if I could, from anybody who's paying attention.
Nat 1.
11.
16.
18.
So, Stumpus was 16. Lyala, is that an 18, you said?
18.
And Harlow, what was yours?
5.
Okay. So, Stoneheart and Lyala. Stoneheart, you're in front. Lyala, you're walking along with Harlow. All of you are probably kind of in your thoughts. The mood maybe isn't as jovial as it was. This country is not as welcoming as the nice woods and the grasses. And over the breeze, kind of blowing down through the crannies and the crags and that, Stump and Lyala, you hear the sound of young people, couple, 2, 3, 4 of them, not sure, calling for help, wailing, screaming, "Put us down, let us go, going on somewhere up in the ahead of you, coming down out of the rocks. And it is at this point that we're going to stop. We're coming up on 11.
Yeah.
And I think we have a nice place for you to just sit and think about for 2 weeks. We're most of a hex into the Flinty Hills. You hear the cries of some young things in common who appear to be or sound like they're in distress, coming from the rocky outcroppings and hills straight ahead of you. So, what do you all think? How do we do? Is it
Very
fun?
good.
Is it okay?
Yes.
It was great.
All right, let's go around the room real quick, around the internet real quick, and let's get your thoughts on tonight's adventure. What you liked, if you have any feedback or concerns, things we can improve, whatever. Let's just do some quick kumbaya, if you will. Flint, would you mind leading us on our little discussion here?
Yeah, it was a fun time. I always like the interaction between the characters, not just it was fun having our first fight. Obviously, it's exciting, but I'm more about the character interaction, and it's kind of nice that I can't believe I'm saying this, but Pavel's growing on me a bit. Maybe he's growing on Flint too. Maybe.
Now let's not commit to anything.
And
I should mention he has a charisma score of -1, so you guys can take anything he says as like nonsense. Which I'm sure you already are, but.
And I'm also really tempted now to write a terrible love poem.
Please do.
Which will kill me on the inside because I'm a professional poet. So.
Well, I feel like this is good exercise for you then. Stretch your wings a little bit.
We'll see.
It's satirical. You're just trying a new genre.
But yeah, that was a blast. And I love the gnomes. The gnomes are great.
Oh, the gnomes were awesome.
And also now I'm gonna have to get the horrible image of Stoneheart naked out of my head.
Nice.
That's it for me though.
No more rivers. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do in them. Any negatives or feedback or anything you'd like to see different, better, less of, more of, anything like that?
I don't know. I guess I would just say, I'm not a huge fan of breezing through travel just because I feel like travel is where a lot of the characters like get a chance to talk. But if no one has anything to say, then I mean, it works. You don't want to dwell on something that's not working. So,
Right.
all in all, I think a really good job. Can't think of any real critiques or anything.
Okay. Cool. Let's keep going around. How about Kayla? What do you got there? Ms. Misery.
No, I had a blast tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I was off my game. I'm tired as hell from a long week at work. But, no, I've had a really good time. I enjoyed the interactions that we've had. It seemed a little quiet tonight more than the other nights that we've had. But I also like the progress that we've made and the interactions that we've had. So I've with NPCs and all that as well. So it was a good night.
Okay, very good. Awesome. How about Pavel? What's going on, bud?
Oh, you know me. I'm just always having a good time. I enjoyed a lot my interactions with Flint today and Harlow. I fully intend to grill the magic users a lot on how they do their stuff for reasons that...
Sorry.
Oh, for reasons that will become apparent later on. I don't know. I'm just enjoying playing D&D with you guys a lot.
All right. Let's hear from Layala.
That was so fun, and not gonna lie, I really enjoyed getting the kill on the bugbear. That was fun. But I feel like I'm getting more comfortable being Layala.
Good. That's what it's all about. Awesome.
Oh my god, I forgot to say that I freaking blew up a goblin, and I'm so happy about that.
That's cool. Yep. There's let's finish with Stoneheart. Thoughts?
I need to expand my knowledge of traveling songs and songs as Stoneheart has become a horrible bard.
Sweet.
I've decided he has always dreamed of being a bard. He just wasn't gifted the talents for it. But he doesn't care. He will bard it away. It is fun, and I like what we're doing. Yeah, the travel, I agree with. The question is, the line, especially as we're getting to know each other, and so we just like sit there and wait for somebody to speak, or do we just kind of fast forward travel a little bit?
I sort of have a tendency to dominate conversations, so I've been trying to, not do that, to let everyone else talk. But it's hard.
It's okay, Pavel's just a chatty Cathy.
And that works for your
Throck.
that works for your negative charisma score,
Right.
Yeah,
It does, actually.
Again, legitimately, if you want to take anything I say as just the dumbest shit ever, do it.
There was another thought I had that is something I realized tonight, but I can't remember what it is. So,
Oh, darn.
I'm really happy with the way the graphics are going. I think 1 or 2 more games, and I should have it pretty much where I like it. So
I think the stream looks dynamite, man, and I really appreciate all the time you've put in. Like I said, I've played around with OBS and Zoom enough to know that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's
So thank you for doing that, because, man, I don't have it. I'm just not that guy. Really, really appreciate that. So I'm enjoying this. I'm trying to find my pace with, travel's kind of hard because I don't want to just go, okay, so another day and another day and another day. And so I'm trying to take cues from how much interactivity is going on. I don't want to NPC you to death, and I don't want to hack and slash you to death. So I'm trying to find the right cadence for stuff. And I had, obviously, we've left on a cliffhanger. You're hearing some situation happening, and I've had that. That's a thing that's going on. and I wasn't sure where to place that as time went on. That's where we got into a couple like, well, let's move them forward a little bit so we can get to the thing, and we didn't quite get there. So that's a timing thing. As a DM, I'm just going to have to learn as we go. But I'm happy to hear you guys are having fun. I know I sure am. And there will be, I think some sessions will have more combat than others. At least we finally had a combat, and we survived it, and you guys like destroyed that. So that was awesome. Congratulations. Any other thoughts? You guys want to give a quick sign off who you are, where you can find you on the interwebs, and we'll wrap it up.
I'm Stump.
Stump, good to see you. Thanks for all your technical support. How about Lyala? Who are you? Where can we find you?
I'm Sheena. You'll find me at Likes the Villain on Twitter and here on Twitch, and I'm here every other Wednesday night.
And we're glad. Hey there, Pavel.
And I'm Devin. I am here every Wednesday night in Wiley and Stump's game. I am a moderator on the Castlemach Twitch and on their Discord under the name Utilitas, and I occasionally post things on Twitter under the name Arcadevin.
Very nice. All right, Harlow.
I am Miss Misery here on Twitch, and on Twitter I am Miss_Misery_. I am Miss Misery on Discord. Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty boring.
And last but not least, Shannon.
I'm Shannon, Shannalogic across all the internets. I play here every Wednesday in this game and the alternating Wednesday game. I have a Saturday game all over at Welcome to the Party RPG, but we're kind of on hiatus at the moment. And I have an Etsy shop for perler art called Shan's 8-Bit Smithy. Reasonably priced pieces of plastic, so check it out.
Really cool perler art. Yeah, check that out.
I have 2 of her pieces, and I can vouch they are freaking amazing. I love them so much.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Really cool stuff. I am really, really thrilled with this party. Looks like Pavel's got something to say. What do you got, buddy?
Oh, I was gonna say that. Speaking of merch, Stump, show off your shirt.
Yes, we have Castlemach
There's
merch in
some
the house.
Castlemach merch now, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, there's probably info in the Discord somewhere as to where to find that on the webs that you can buy those really cool looking shirts that
I think it's on
Steven
like
designed.
It's also in our info below, too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so it's,
shop.
yeah, it should be below in the shop. Yeah, so check that out. Couldn't be happier with how this is going. Again, this is my first venturing into the DM thing, so learning as I go, but I really appreciate the patience and the group digging in. Especially, we all decided we wanted this to be heavy RP, and I think we're doing that. But as I hit my groove, and as the story picks up, there's going to be more stuff going on. There's all kind of things planned, and we have a cliffhanger. Something is going on. Children are upset in the rocky crags of the Flinty Hills. What will our heroes do? So I'm Scott. I'm the Wily Hobbit, and you can find me here every other Wednesday. I hang out a lot in Castlemach chat as a moderator with Utilitas there and in the Discords. I play a game on Mondays on Welcome Party RPG, and I think that's about it. That sounds like enough. All right, so Stump, you going to take us out of here?
I will close it. See everybody later. Thanks for hanging out.
Later. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks,
chat.
Castlemach, for letting us play.
And Brock, thanks for the subs, buddy.
Night, everybody.
Good night.